Penang, my new home. Wherever I roam, this place is my own. Penang, my new home.
We are now standing at Bukit Jambul. Over here we have Bukit Jambul, Taman Bukit Jambul, and this will be the location for the future Bukit Jambul LRT Station. In front of me is Jalan Tun Dr. Awang, and to be exact, over here, this place is called Sungai Nibong Kecil. And this Sungai Nibong Kecil is going to be a very vibrant place. In front of me right now, we can see under construction there's Sands at PICC and Mills at PICC. So this is PICC, or Penang International Commercial City. So it's going to be a mixed development. There's going to be a shopping mall here, and if I turn pen this way, you'll see the existing shopping mall in this area, which is Complex Bukit Jambul or Bukit Jambul Complex. So between these two places, it's going to be a new urban center for the central southern part of Penang Island, and is a very suitable place for an LRT station. I suppose the LRT station will be somewhere above this road. Yeah, it's going to be above this road, and it's going to be between the Spice LRT station, which we have already covered, and the Sungai Nibong LRT station, which we will see in our next video. And what we are going to do now is to do an assessment or analysis of the properties in this area as well as the amenities, so that what we want to find out what are the properties and what are the amenities in the vicinity of the Bukit Jambul LRT station. So now I'm going to go back to my study room, and we'll do the rest of it in my study room. Hello and welcome back to Penang, my new home. My name is Timothy, and I want to welcome you to our channel. We are continuing our series on the Mutiara Line, the LRT line that is now under construction on Penang Island, and we are at the 9th station, or S09, which is the Bukit Jambul LRT station. The Bukit Jambul LRT station is located at Bukit Jambul, and it overlaps with Sungai Nibong Kecil. Yeah, Sungai Nibong Kecil is exactly that area, and that overlaps with Bukit Jambul. Why are we looking at this station? We want to find out what are the properties in this area, as well as what are the amenities. So if you are considering getting a property around the Bukit Jambul LRT station, hopefully this video would be useful to you. And so we are going to head on over now to Google Maps and Google Street View to cover the rest of this video. So let's start with the route of the Mutiara Line on Penang Island, and we are now at station number 9, the one over here, which is the Bukit Jambul LRT station. And you are looking at my Google Maps. I will put the link in the description of this video so that you can have access to this map, because you can click on any of the station here and click here to get the details about that station, which I will put there, and also I will progressively update as more information come into being. And here we are, the location of the Bukit Jambul LRT. So the Bukit Jambul LRT station is going to be somewhere here in the vicinity of Complex Bukit Jambul on this side and PICC on this side. So this is like at the heart of the Bukit Jambul area, which also overlaps with the Sungai Nibong Kecil area. So Sungai Nibong Kecil is this whole area. So traditionally, this area is known as Sungai Nibong Kecil, and then Bukit Jambul was developed, and so now the Bukit Jambul area and the Sungai Nibong area more or less overlaps over here. If you continue up this way, then this area is known as Sungai Nibong Besar, or simply Sungai Nibong. So when you hear Sungai Nibong, it means Sungai Nibong Besar. If otherwise, it would be known as Sungai Nibong Kecil. So this is the area, and over here, I'm going to go through the location of some of the amenities in this area as well as distances. So for example, let's say I'm going to start by putting in the location and then its distance to Komtar. So its distance to Komtar by car would be 12.4 kilometers, or if you use this route is 11.9 kilometers. So this is the route to Komtar. If you have to go to the Penang Bridge from that location, which is the Bukit Jambul LRT Station. So let's change this to here, and the distance to the Penang Bridge is 5.5 kilometers to the Penang Bridge. To the second Penang Bridge or the Penang Second Bridge, the distance is 6.6 kilometers to the second Penang Bridge or the Penang Second Bridge. And to the Penang International Airport, that location is about 5.9 kilometers to the Penang International Airport. So it is less than 10 kilometers to most of the places here because it's quite centralized. If you look at the map over here, the location here is very much centralized, although it is center point will be somewhere here at the first Penang Bridge. So it's almost center part or south center part of the east coast of Penang Island. Other amenities in this area, okay, let's say for example, you are at here and you purchase a property in that area. Now, what are the markets that's available to you? First of all, there is the Bayan Baru market. The Bayan Baru market. And the Bayan Baru market is about 2.6 kilometers away. So it's very near. You can get to the Bayan Baru market 2.6 kilometers away. And also, it has the food court and so on. So the Bayan Baru market. Another place that you want to go to would be Sunshine Square. So Sunshine Square would more or less be the same, about 2.6 kilometers. Another place would be, for shopping, would be Giant Hypermarket. Giant Hypermarket is 3.5 kilometers away. However, right at your doorstep is Bukit Jambul Complex. So, there is Bukit Jambul Complex, which is right at your doorstep. And other things which is in your immediate vicinity include the petrol station. So the petrol station, there's a Petron over here. So Petron is right in front of you. And there's also other petrol station nearby. Over here, this is a Shell. There's a Shell over here. Now, Chinese school. The nearest Chinese schools, there are two options for you. The first one is SJKC Shizhong Cawangan. So, SJK Shizhong Cawangan is merely 850 meters away. So, it is actually within walking distance of this particular LRT station. But having said that, there is another LRT station which is even close by, which is over here, which is the Sungai Nibong LRT station. And I will cover that in my subsequent video. And next door to SJKC Shizhong is SJKC Guanghua, yet another Chinese primary school. And that one too is 850 meters away. As for international school, there are two options for you also. The first one will be Fairview. So Fairview is 5 kilometers away, going up this way. Okay, going up this way to Fairview. And the other option is Straits International School. Straits International School is this way over here, and it is more or less 6.6 kilometers away. And finally, hospital, the nearest will be Pantai Hospital, and Pantai Hospital is 3.3 kilometers away. 3.3 kilometers to Pantai Hospital. Next, let's look at price of properties in this area. So the area is Bukit Jambul, and I will put the link to this Google Maps which I have drawn so that you can go through this and do your homework. And so this area is Bukit Jambul, and these are all the sites or properties. So there are properties as well as sites such as the masjid and so on. So all these are, you can click on it to get some details. So on this side is Bukit Jambul, and this is another map. This one is for Sungai Nibong Kecil. So on this map, this is Sungai Nibong Kecil, and these are some of the sites in Sungai Nibong Kecil, such as PICC, and this is Taman Melati Jaya, and so on. And I will just go through with you some of the properties in this area. So first up, there is, over here is Taman Bukit Jambul. Taman Bukit Jambul is over on this side, and price of properties at Taman Bukit Jambul starts from, I'm looking at the lowest price. It starts from 170,000 for a 500 square feet built up unfurnished unit there. And then 170, most of them, and then it goes up to 220, 230, 242, 245, 245, and so on. That's the price of properties at Taman Bukit Jambul. Next to it is Seri Nibong. At Seri Nibong, the lowest price again, it starts from 268,000, 280, 285, 290, and so on. These are properties at about 700 square feet, or some say 700, 750, 700, 800 square feet. So that is the property at Seri Nibong. And in addition to that, there's also BJ Court. BJ Court is over here. BJ Court is just next to Bukit Jambul Complex, which is here, and BJ Court is over here. And the price at BJ Court from the lowest again is from 230, 700 square feet, 230, 230, 250, and so on, 250, and so on. So that will give you an indication of the price of the properties in this area. So those are on the lower end, and on the upper end there's Mills at PICC. So Mills at PICC, the lowest price is 750,000 at Mills at PICC. 1,000 plus 1,100 square feet, more or less. So 750, 760, 760, 790, 800 plus 150 unfinished. This is 1,098 square feet, and so on. So those are the prices. So why are the prices different? Of course, if you buy a higher floor, it will be more expensive, and also it depends on the direction. So before you decide that this is the price that you want, take a look at the unit first to make sure that this is what you want for yourself. So those are the price of properties in the Bukit Jambul area. And so that's our analysis of the properties as well as amenities in the surroundings of the Bukit Jambul LRT station. I hope I have given you a comprehensive coverage of all the things that you would need to make an informed decision should you consider getting a property in the vicinity of this station. As I have mentioned earlier, the location is very much on the center part of the east coast of Penang Island. I didn't mention earlier that it is also close to the Ban Lepas Free Industrial Zone. So if you are working in the Free Industrial Zone of Ban Lepas, you might consider getting a property in this area, whether to purchase or to rent. And so that covers our video for today. If you have any comments, any suggestions, please put it in the comments, and I would love to hear from you as I continue to do this series on the LRT stations. And I hope that if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like so that YouTube will show it to more people, and subscribe to Penang, my new home. And until I see you again, thanks so much for watching.
Penang, my new home. Wherever I roam, this place is my own.